I'm going to be removing every single team in the NHL playoffs and replacing them with international teams only. And then at the end of the playoff run, we are going to find out which hockey nation will prevail and win the Stanley Cup. So here are our matchups. They are set best of 7, 4 different rounds to win the Stanley Cup. What international team and what nation will prevail? I don't think anybody's surprised that Team Canada is leading Japan 3-0 in their playoff series, and they're up 3-0 here in Game 4, looking for the sweep on the horizon. It is a 9-0 game after 2. Who are the goal scorers? We had Makar McKinnon point. Oh my God, Nathan McKinnon had a hat trick. We got Devon Taves chipping in, Stamkos, Thomas, and McDavid. It feels like everybody has gotten a point against Team Japan here, as the Canadians, they're going to be moving on to round number 2 after sweeping Japan and beating them 11-0 in Game 4. Look at these stats, man. Stammer had 4 points. Braden Point had 4. Robert Thomas 4. Makar 4. McKinnon had 3. Reinhardt 2. McDavid 2. And look, it seems like everybody chipped in. There was 3 players, Bouchard, Dobson, and Bedard. Oh my God, Connor Bedard, the bust allegations. You are never beating, brother. You only played 5 minutes, but you had no goals, no apples, not even a shot on net. Literally did nothing out there. Bro was out there doing cardio. Czechia trying to copy the homework of Canada and sweep Team Ukraine. First period, 1-0 lead. David Kampf, shorthanded, gets them on the board. Second period, 2-0 lead. David Pastrnak gets it going. And all of a sudden, it is a 2-0 lead entering the third. Team Ukraine, their season is on the line. They're getting dominated. Those shots are 40-11. I don't know if they have the offensive firepower to come back in this hockey game and beat the Czechs. As Jacob Vrana pretty much is going to put it out of reach, Czechia is moving on just like Canada. USA versus France dates back all the way to the Stone Age pretty much, as they are leading 3-0 their series, trying to sweep them 5-0 after 1. It is 5-1 after 2. As Team France trying to get back in the hockey game. I mean, they got 9 shots on net. What do you really want them realistically to do against this juggernaut of a hockey team that is Team USA, as they are moving on as well in a 4-game sweep? I mean, they're absolutely loaded. Fox, Kachuk, Matthews actually got a goal. No way. Austin Matthews in elimination game scored, and his team moves on. What am I witnessing right now? The first round probably is going to be very uncompetitive. We've already had 3 sweeps, and Team Germany on the horizon trying to copy every other juggernaut. Right now, though, it's a 2-1 hockey game against Italy. Entering the third period, we got ourselves a game. Never mind. Nico Sturm will score on the power play, extending the lead to 2. Shots are 38-12 as Team Italy is getting blown out of the building, and the Germans, they are moving on to round number 2 after sweeping Team Italy. The Swedes on the horizon of a sweep over Team Korea. We thought Korea potentially could pull an upset, but definitely not over Team Sweden. First period, no scores. Second period, oh my God, we got ourselves a game. The shots are 35-3. How is this a 1-0 hockey game? The lone goal was Rasmus Dahlin shorthanded. Also, oh my God, the Koreans, they're on the power play. They cannot capitalize, and then Philip Forsberg pretty much puts it out of reach. 3-0 lead. William Nylander will chip in. And Team Korea, they have no hope after getting outshot. What was it? 25-3, 30-3 to start off the hockey game. They get shut out 4-0, and Sweden is moving on. The Denmarkians leading 3-1 over Austria in the first round of the playoffs. First period, 2-1 lead for Austria. Second period, oh my, Denmark will respond. We got Bleachfield scoring 2, Ehlers gets 1, and Russell 1 as well. Here in game number 5, where they're trying to eliminate Austria. Hold up a goddamn minute. Nick Jensen, no, Nikolai Ehlers, he puts it out of reach. It's a 5-goal game in the third period. And Denmark, they are moving on to the second round after beating Austria 8-4. What an absolute gong show. The Finns up 3-1 over Latvia in the first round. A lot of these series, honestly, have not been that competitive. But what can you expect? There's like 4 or 5 good hockey nations in the world. But right now, the Finns, despite them outshooting the Latvia team 25-11, it's only a 1-0 lead, similar to that Sweden game. Goaltender is cooking. Latvia always has a good goalie, but Arturi Lehkonen on the power play on Elvis Merzlikins. So he's the guy that is basically saving Latvia's season right now. Unfortunately, the offense just is not showing. 5 minutes to go in the third period. Can they do anything? Here we go. 1:22 left to go in the third period. The Finns holding on to a 2-0 lead, trying to move on to the second round. Teuvo Teravainen is going to take a shot, but it's a very easy one for Merzlikins to save. I was going to say Merzlikins. 45 to go. Here comes Kennis for Latvia. He's into the zone. He's losing it. Kennis again. Miro Heiskanen is on him. And then the Finns, they're going to break out. I mean, you look at Barkov. Rantanen, Heiskanen, and then Mikko himself. His second of the night will seal the deal, and it will send the Finns to round number 2. Game 6 between the Slovaks and the Swiss. First period, oh my god, Team Switzerland, they are up 3-1, trying to force a Game 7. Second period, still a 3-1 lead. As the Slovaks, are they going to choke away a 3-2 series advantage and have to go to a winner-take-all Game 7 against Team Switzerland? It looks like that's going to happen, as we will have at least one Game 7 to look forward to in the first round. Here we go, the lone Game 7 of the first round. First period, no score in the game. Shots are low as well. Second period, Slovakia, Tomas Tatar and Studenik will score. Pius Suter gets one for the Swiss. And it's a 1-goal game entering the third period. Switzerland on the power play. They cannot capitalize. Shots are 29-20 for the Swiss. They are dominating the game, but they are down by 1. They need their offense to show up. Otherwise, they are going home way earlier than expected. 2 minutes to go in the third period. We got ourselves a game. This is the closest a game has been at any point pretty much in round number 1 is the Swiss. They are down by 1. It is not over yet, though. We're going to go full attack. Here we go. Slavkovsky. He moves it over to Eric Chernak. Chernak up to Thomas Tatar. He's got a goal in this hockey game. Tatar cannot get by Roman Josi, the former Norris Trophy winner. Tatar, shot, save, rebound. Tomas Tatar, second of the night, will extend the Slovaks' lead to 2. It is a 3-1 hockey game, as Switzerland is falling apart right now. 40 seconds to go, 3-1 game. Slavkovsky taking a shot. The Swiss are just on their heels right now. Stalicki, back to Marcinen. Marcinen at the blue line. Is that Matt Marinson? Never mind. What am I saying? Is that really Matt Marinson? He's still in the NHL video games? I did not know that. Oh, no. Nico Hischier. Oh, my. What a bomb by Hischier. Looking like Barack Obama in 2011. 20 seconds to go. It's back to a 1-goal game. And never mind. The goals galore. What is going on with these goaltenders? They cannot stop a goddamn beach ball, as Maxim Kachovic, or I definitely butcher that name, is going to extend the lead back to 2, and the Slovaks, they are definitely moving on. What a goddamn snipe. What is the goalie doing down on their knees? Like, what do they think this is? A strip club? The bracket now gets smaller. We got 4 series remaining. Canada, pretty much all the favorites are still alive. Germany, Czech, Sweden, Finland, Team USA, Slovaks, and then Denmark. Who's going to move on to the conference finals? Let's find out. The only non-competitive series right now is Germany. They literally can't do anything with the Finns. Down 3-1 or 3-0 in their playoff series in the second round. It's a 1-0 lead after 1, 2-0 after 2. Rope Hintz extends it. They're out shooting the Germans 36-14. Where is Leon Draisaitl? Literally a top 3 player in the league. There he is on the power play on UC Saros. And all of a sudden, we have ourselves a hockey game. Every single time I hop into a game, somebody has to extend the lead. Finland was up 2-1. I try to hop in, and all of a sudden, it's a 3-1 lead. The Germans, they look like a fish out of water right now. They don't look... What was that, dude? That was straight up embarrassing. Sasha Barkov the other way. He's going to get into the zone, trying to kill some clock. Barkov back to the blue line. Rantanen trying to get a shot on net. The Moose feeding in the middle again. Who is that? Teuvo Teravainen, number 86 for the Finns. Team Finland does have some legit superstars on their team. Their top-end talent is definitely the best of the best. The problem is they don't have really the depth to hold up to a team like the United States or Team Canada. An empty net for the Germans. Teravainen over to Ristolainen, and Barkov cannot bury it. Here comes the Germans again. Mueller through that neutral zone. He's in. Mueller, he's waiting. Waiting again. He's going to wait. Fires one on UC Saros, who is going to cover that puck up. 39 seconds to go. It is a 2-goal game here in some weird arena in Finland. Jukka Harshu, he's got to get out of the zone. I think, honestly, the big ice helps the computers out a ton, as they have way more room to operate, as Patrick Fortnite Laine will grab his first goal of the playoff run and pretty much send the Finns to the conference finals. They are the first team to move on to round number 3. The Canadians got a 3-1 lead over Denmark. Obviously, they are the massive favorites to probably win the entire thing, let alone dominate the Denmarkians. Is that even a thing? I don't even know. Although it is a close affair here in the third period, a 3-2 hockey game. Denmark in the power play, they cannot capitalize, getting outshot 36-18. Another power play. Canada is just gifting them back into this hockey game, as Team Canada will hold on and they will move on to the conference finals. Honestly, Czechia has been a growing hockey nation. They've competed way better the last like 3-4 seasons in the World Juniors than they've ever done, honestly. So they're a growing breed, but right now Team Sweden is still much better, especially on the back end defensively. They got a 2-0 lead in the third period. Elias Lindholm and Elias Pettersson. We'll see if the shutout will stand, although Sweden is getting outshot 24-20, and there it is. David Pastrnak on Linus Ullmark, former teammates in Boston, going head-to-head, but the William Nylander sweepstakes are here. He will extend the lead to 2. 5 minutes to go in the third period. Sweden looks like they're going to be moving on. And Czechia, they are going to get eliminated in 5 games by the Swedes. The United States is leading 3-1 over Slovak right now. First period, a 1-1 tie. Cezernak, whatever the hell his name is, and Patty Kane will score 1. Second period, the United States holding on to a 4-2 lead. Matthews has a multi-goal game. What in the blue-collar hell? Regardless, oh my God, Kyle Connor will extend the lead to 3. Shots are 30-20. I thought we were really going to get more competitive series in the second round, but every single series ended in 4 or 5 games, as we are now going to move on to the conference finals of these international playoffs. 4 nations remain, and funny enough, it's the 4 nations that competed in the tournament in February. We got Canada and Sweden, United States, and Finland. The United States are blowing Finland out of the water, up 3-0 in their series heading into Game 4. First period, 1-0 lead for the Finns. Sasha Barkov gets them on the board. Second period, United States will respond. Hughes, Larkin, and Jason Robertson, and they got a 1-goal lead. 2-goal lead now thanks to Jack Hughes on the power play on UC Saros. I mean, the Finns, they are running out of gas. They're getting outshot 39-17 halfway through this third period. They need a quick one here. They desperately need a quick one. 5-2 lead. Kyle Connor basically is going to put it out of reach, as Team USA is moving on to the Stanley Cup finals to either play Team Canada or Team Sweden. Now, the Swedes and Canadians, this has been a close series, all knotted up at 2 apiece, heading into a pivotal Game 5 where Team Canada has the lead after 1. Marchand and Bedard are get us going. Get us on the board as well. Philip Forsberg will score for Team Sweden. Second period, it is all knotted up at 3. We got ourselves a hockey game. Third period time between the Swedes and the Canadians. I mean, 2 absolute juggernaut nations going back and forth. Makar will score on the power play on Linus Ullmark. He makes it a game. Canada has the lead. 7 minutes to go in the third period. Here we go. We got 4:27 left to go in the third period. I wanted to hop in before somebody made an insurance marker goal and basically put this hockey game out of reach. I want to come here and I want to witness it. Rasmus Dahlin, he got 3:20 left to go. Team Sweden coming through that neutral zone. William Nylander walking in, and he will snipe it. His 8th of the playoff run. Absolutely lit up Jordan Binnington like a Christmas tree. And the Swedes are right back in this hockey game, tying it up at 4 apiece. Jack Eichel straight up has been going off, as well as Cale Makar. 32 points as the defenseman is kind of crazy, carrying Canada, but it's not going to mean anything if the Canadians end up losing this game. We're going to lock in, though. Devontae is moving up to Nathan McKinnon. McKinnon is into the zone. Trying to go. Oh my, Nate, what are you doing? Nylander all alone on the breakaway. William, nice save by Jordan Binnington with 1:35 left to go. I'm literally getting PTSD from Vasily Podkolzin in game number 3 in the Cup Finals. That looked literally virtually identical. 50 seconds to go in the third period. The Rat, he's into the zone. Marchand finds Crosby. Crosby gets laid out by his fellow teammate in Erik Karlsson. Karlsson's going to lead the rush for the Swedes into the zone. Karlsson waiting, finding Brad taking the shot, but Binner's going to glove it up, and he will cover it up yet again. 44 seconds to go in the third. Shots are somewhat even, 36-31. Team Sweden won that draw a little bit too cleanly, as they got to break out and do a neutral zone regroup. Zibanejad, he's into the zone. Come on, Josh Morrissey. Up to Sam Reinhart. There he is. Connor McDavid through the middle. McDavid to Reinhart. Shooting. Nice save by Jacob Markstrom. McDavid plays back to the line. Over. Noah Dobson trying to rip one. Oh my, who was that? Reinhart on the backhander trying to get something going. Victor Hedman with 15 seconds to go in the third. We might have overtime on our hands here in Game 5. Philip Forsberg leading the rush for the Finns, or for the Swedes, my bad. Over. Landeskog. He's going to get laid out. Dobson over to Josh Morrissey with 5 seconds remaining in the hockey game. Morrissey's into the zone, backhander on net, and we are headed to OT. Game 5 will have overtime, and we will have a winner. Who is taking a 3-2 series lead and potentially putting the opposing team on the brink of elimination. Devon Toews, he's in the zone. He's going to take a shot on Linus Ullmark, not Jacob Markstrom. What am I saying? 19:20 left to go here in OT. Erik Karlsson moves up to Nylander. William Nylander's going to gain the zone. Nylander, he does have a goal in this game. He tied the game up. He had a breakaway to probably end it and to give Sweden the lead and the win, but he couldn't do it. Jordan Binnington had a very good save on him after a brutal turnover from Nathan MacKinnon. Speak of the devil, Nate Dogg, he's in his zone. MacKinnon on the backhand, redirect. Linus Ullmark, though, is going to cover the puck up. Crosby's going to win that draw. What is with the turnovers right now, Team Canada? Jesper Bratt all alone. Nice save again by Binner. Absolutely saving our season right now. A Jordan Binnington masterclass is crazy. Dahlin takes a shot. Binner with the save again. Sweden has had 2 breakaways, but they're not going to need it. Philip Forsberg, second of the night, will give Sweden the win, and they will go up 3-2 in this conference final matchup up against the juggernaut that is Canada. I mean, Jordan Binnington literally did everything he could. A shot, he saved it, it went behind the net. We lost a puck battle. It went out in front. I believe that was Gabriel Landeskog that won the puck battle on the boards, and then he's going to feed it out in front to Philip Forsberg in the slot. Nobody around him, nobody covering him, and it's in the back of the net. All right, the Canadians are facing elimination here in the conference finals. First period, 2-0 lead for Canada. We got Morrissey and Stammer. Second period, it is a 4-1 lead. 5-1 lead. Devon Toews pretty much sinking this game. We are going to head back to Canada for a Game 7 do or die. And the winner, they will move on to the Stanley Cup Finals. Do or die, Game 7. What do we have here? First period, 1-0 lead for the Swedes. Elias Lindholm on Jordan Binnington. Second period, 3-0 lead. No! Canada, what is going on? Olofsson and Eriksson Ek. And all of a sudden, 4-0 lead. Matthias Ekholm putting it out of reach. An absolute no-show by everybody on Canada. Braden Point scores to make it a 3-goal game, but I don't know if that's going to be enough, man. 3-goal deficit is going to be tough against that Sweden decor. Complete choke job by Team Canada here in Game 7. We got Bedard out there to start the third period. What is going on? We got 3 minutes remaining in the third. Full pressure in the offensive zone. We're down by 3. I mean, I don't really see a scenario where we're going to come back in this game. Sweden defensively is very, very good, and they've put on a good performance here in this 16 Nations. Is that what we're calling the tournament? Lafreniere, Alex Lafreniere. Not only are you playing the blue line, what the hell are you doing there? 55 seconds to go in the third before Team Sweden has a match. Oh my God, Mitch Marner all alone. Marner, there we go. Mitch the bitch, 5th of the playoff run. We'll get this game back to within 2, but I think it might be too little, too late for Team Canada. 40 seconds to go here in the third. Cale Makar. I mean, we get a quick one. We're right back in this game. Sid is going to bomb one. Hold up a minute. Linus Ullmark has no energy. If we can get a quick shot at him, Crosby is winning puck battles. He needs to... Okay, we're down literally by multi-goals, and nobody's deciding a forecheck. It's literally Crosby versus nobody in the corner. Like, what is going on? Team can't... Like, AI, computer AI is brutal in this hockey game. Sid... He's going to enter the zone. Crosby saucing it. Marshy. Rebound. Hyman can't bury it. Back out. Oh, my God. Who was that? Was that Neil Pionk that just got paid the absolute bag to make that boneheaded mistake at the blue line? Erik Karlsson trying to feed it over. Karlsson, what in the blue-collar fuck is going on right now? The final 2 teams that remain, we got Sweden versus the United States, a best-of-7 for the Stanley Cup. All right, game number 1. Team USA, I think, is going to have home ice advantage, although I don't really think it matters that much. First period, no score in the hockey game. Second period, USA leads 2-0, and oh my God, we have ourselves some overtime. We got a 2-2 tie here in overtime. Blasting it from the blue line. Pedersen, why did he not shoot that? Nylander, oh my God, Hellebuck. Oh, right, Team USA has playoff Hellebuck. That is not going to serve them well. He's got no energy. Nylander over Pedersen, cannot bury it as Helly is going to save that puck. Elias Pettersson's going to win that draw. Back to Karlsson, can't get a shot on net. Over to Pedersen. Back to Dahlin. The Swedes are moving around here in USA zone. Pedersen, they don't want to shoot though. Karlsson's going to wait. Finding Dahlin. Over, and William Nylander will win it in game number 1 for Team Sweden as they go up 1-0 in the Stanley Cup Finals. All right, game 2, the United States, they have to respond. First period, 3-1 lead. There it is. Eichel, Miller, and Kachuk. Second period, Sweden is going to tie it up yet again. They're not going away. Kyle Connor on the power play is going to give the United States a lead here in the third period. Halfway through the third, Sweden on the power play. They do not capitalize, though. That is going to be an absolute killer here in game 2. 5 minutes to go. Team Sweden, they're going to tie it up. Erik Karlsson on the power play. What is going on, United States? Full on choking. Here we go. We got back-to-back overtimes in the Cup final. This is almost as close to a must-win as you can get for the United States. They don't want to fall down 2-0 off the bat here against Sweden. Erik Karlsson, he's going to get board played in the corner. Jesper Bratt, let's go full forecheck, full breakout, full goddamn tilt. Jesper Bratt, he's into the zone, taking a shot on Hellebuck. Jack Hughes is going to recover it over to Eichel. Up to John Carlson, leading the rush. And what a brutal pass to the middle there. Sweden is trying to counterattack. Who just got laid out? Was that Dahlin that literally just had his spleen being taken out on the ice right now? Jesper Bratt can't get through the neutral zone. The United States forecheck is going hard right now. Carlson moves on over to Dahlin. Up to Gabriel Landeskog. Up that half wall. Jesper Bratt, he's into the zone. Finding Landy, bombs away. Landy, oh my, what a save by Hellebuck. Oh my god, he doesn't have a stick. Come on, that's got to be you, Landy. Landeskog, what are you doing? He does not have a stick. Where is the forecheck? The Finns, a bad change, a minute chat, and Hellebuck is going to sprawl on top of that puck. That was probably the most bonkers thing I've ever seen. But he didn't have a stick. The defender on Team USA did not have a stick. And their teammates, his teammates, went for a change in the defensive zone. Oh no, Forsberg saved by Hellebuck again. Literally saving the season right now for Team USA. Kyle Connor the other way. Connor, he's into the zone, trying to sauce it. Connor out in front. And Linus Ullmark's going to cover it up. 11:28 left to go. USA's going to win that back. McAvoy, nice block. That's all heart, baby. The Swiss, I'm all over the place. The Finns, the Swiss, the Germans, anybody but the Swedes right now. Connor, Matthews, and Kachuk against Raquel, Carlson, and Lindholm. The two forward lines going at it right now in overtime. Halfway through this overtime frame. We're going to stick in for at least one of them. Erik Karlsson, he's going to lead that. Right, that's William Karlsson, my bad. Over, trying to move it to Victor Hedman. Doesn't get there, though. Nice back checking by Kyle Connor, I believe. Up to Matthews. Tommy Matthews in the zone. Tommy, where's he going? He's waiting. Trying to feed that puck to the middle, but a turnover yet again. Oh no, Petty Kane, showtime. Can't bear it out in front. Another save. Linus Ullmark. The goaltenders have been literally the superstars here in overtime. William Karlsson, he's into the zone, taking a shot on Hellebuck, but he's going to make the save. Patty Kane, up to Matthews. Ashew's going to lose it. Showtime, Captain America. William Karlsson the other way, he's going to steal it. Karlsson's into the zone. He's on the half wall. Back out to Raquel. Bombs away, baby, but it misses the net. Thank God for the United States. 4:40 left to go. Clayton Keller, he's in the zone. Keller takes a shot, but Ullmark will make the save. Team Sweden in the offensive zone. They can't really get anything going right now. Dylan Larkin the other way. Late stages of this overtime. Larkin, he gets by his defender. Down low to Patty Kane. Centers it. Slavin. Over to Hughes. Quinn Hughes. Oh my god. Quinn Hughes, you got to hit the net, buddy. Again. Hughes bombs away. The United States cannot find the back of the net. Quinn Hughes again. And Linus Ullmark will flash the goddamn leather. Adam Fox. D to Slavin. Save again by Linus Ullmark. He's been great. Full pressure though. Slavin to Hughes. Back to Fox to Slavin. Bombing it away. Rebound. The United States, the Americans, they can't do anything right now. They're failing to score a goddamn goal. Jason Robertson spinning. Eichel back to the blue line. Adam Fox, what a block shot. This is all heart by the Swedes right now. Up the wall. Oh no, get out of the way, Forsberg. What are you doing? You're too worried about getting laid out. Jason Robertson, he's in the zone. Slavin, Hughes, all they need is one shot. Eichel, backdoor, and there it is. Team USA will tie the series up at 2 after back-to-back overtimes in the first 2 games of the Cup final. Game 3, a 1-1 split after the first 2. First period, 2-0 lead for the Swedes. Pettersson and Bratt. Second period, USA will tie it up. McAvoy and Jack Hughes. This has been a very, very close series, as Brady Tkachuk is going to give the Americans the lead in the third period, and then Jack Hughes on the power play will extend it. Team USA trying to take a 2-1 lead in the series over the Swedes. 7 minutes to go in the third period. The United States will hold on, and they will go up 2-1. A very pivotal game number 4. It's a swing game. It's either tied up at 2 or somebody has a 3-1 series lead, and we know who. Sweden, 1-0 after 1. William Nylander on the power play. Second period, each are going to get 1 goal apiece, Landy and Adam Fox. And right off the bat, immediately in the third, Jack Eichel will tie the game up on Linus Ullmark. Shots are low, but Victor Olofsson giving the Swedes the lead. A 3-2 advantage in the third. Are they going to be able to hold on? Can Linus Ullmark shut the door in the third period and tie this hockey series up at 2? 3 minutes to go. 2 minutes to go. They're going to hold on. Yes. We have ourselves now a best of 3. All right, game 5. Series is knotted up at 2 apiece. First period, we got a 2-2 tie, just like the series. Second period, Sweden. Joel Eriksson Ek on Connor Hellebuck will give them the lead, but Austin Tummy Egg Matthews will respond on the power play. All right, we got ourselves a game. 14 minutes remaining. Shots are 39-24 for the Swedes. They are dominating the United States, but cannot find the back of the net at least one more time here in the third. Late stages of the period, 1 minute remaining. Here we go. We got our third overtime of the series. Technically 4 because this is double overtime somehow. I got lucky and nobody scored in the first overtime frame. And there it is, right off the bat. John Carlson is going to win the game for the United States as the Americans will go up 3-2 in the series and now have the opportunity to win Lord Stanley in their very next hockey game. Team Sweden backs against the wall. Stanley Cup in the building for Game 6. First period, USA, a 2-1 lead. Kyle Connor and Dylan Larkin. Second period, it is a gong show here in Sweden as they are down by 1, 5-4. The goaltender said, nah, we're going to head out. Halfway through the third, it's still a 1-goal hockey game. Could potentially be the last one in the playoff run. USA on the power play, they cannot strike. Late stages of the third. Here we go. Late stages of the third. We got 4 minutes remaining, and the United States have an opportunity to win the Stanley Cup tonight. They got the 1-goal lead, so they really just got to hold on right now or potentially get an insurance marker, put this game out of reach. Jake Gensel over to Miller. Back to Adam Fox. He's going to go D to D. Tkachuk takes a shot, a little bit wide. 1:45 left to go. Full pressure for the Americans. Gensel rips one. Thankfully, it's wide. Sweden cannot get the puck out of their own zone right now. 1 minute remaining in the third. The Swedes have to go for broke. Come on, Landeskog over to Hedman. Victor Hedman galloping through that neutral zone. Hedman, why are you winding up for a goddamn slap shot? Forsberg, nice shot block there by Slavin. Landy getting bodied. Zibanejad back to Hedman, who rips a shot. Saved by Hellebuck. They're only down by 1. This is doable. Oh my god, great turnover. Mika Zibanejad. They cannot grab the puck though. 30 seconds remain in the hockey game. Can the United States hold on and win the Stanley Cup? Was there a banana peel on the ice, Zibanejad? What is going on, bud? 20 hard seconds for the United States. Jacob Slavin the other way. He's leading the rush. Team Sweden doesn't know what to do. Brady Tkachuk, he's pulling out the Mohawks. It's Mohawks and cross checks right now for Brady. 10 seconds to go. The Americans killing time in the offensive zone. Sweden, you got to get it out. You got to go for broke. Pull the goaltender. Do something. Come on. 3 seconds to go. It's not going to matter as the United States will go all the way and win the Stanley Cup. They defeated Sweden in 6 games in the Cup Finals. They had the easier side of the bracket. Sweden and Canada went to war while they swept the Finns. They were well rested. Honestly, wasn't looking too hot after the first 2 games. They lost game 1, went to overtime in game 2 where they almost lost again, but they pulled that one out of their ass. They came back in the series, they took control, and they ended up getting the job done. As a wise man once said, shout out to Rick, play Freebird. Jack Eichel, Conn Smythe winner, 13 goals and 40 points in the postseason. That man was an absolute monster, a unit, being the best player in the postseason, and there it is. Lord Stanley being presented to the best hockey nation in 2025. Canada won it in 24 Canada won it in 23 and 24, and now in 2025, the United States will get their lick back on the yearly rendition of what if the NHL playoffs were only international teams only, as the United States, they go all the way. And Patrick Kane gets to raise the Stanley Cup one final time. Showtime for the United States is basically baked into immortality. Jack Eichel had himself a playoff run. God damn. 13 goals, 40 points. He led literally all skaters. We got Cale Makar having 33. Jack Hughes with 31 and 14 goals. He definitely didn't do that in the Four Nations. Braden Point was good. Nathan McKinnon was pretty well. Austin Matthews, 15 goals in 19 games. I cannot complain. And Connor McDavid, he was the best player, maybe second best player for Canada, as they definitely fell short of their goal. Well, that is going to do it for this video. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure you leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel. I would like to say thank you all for watching, and until next time, don't be silly. Wrap your willy.